In this tutorial, I show you the fast foiling pattern I use to give this client her dimensional color from a solid blonde look. If you would like to see how I achieve this look and how to foil faster, all you have to do is keep watching.
I've been running for so long, I'm clear about the path I was on. I was breathless, my heart restless.
To see more of my videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell below to be notified when I put more out. Hey guys, and welcome back. So, to begin, the first and most important tip that will help anybody foil faster is to resection your head. When you have those clean lines and clean sections already set up for you, it makes the foiling less confusing and a lot neater, which makes your foiling job a lot easier to do and you can go a lot faster. Pretty soon here after this foil, I do switch it around to the other side of the camera so you can see a lot better view. However, this first foil I always start laying it down like that and get my base going, and then as I flip it up, I'm going to be flipping up the other foils there also. So the first one was a highlight. I retouched her with REDKEN FLASHLIFT and 20 volume. I will put the formulas below. And then this next section I brought up was just your regular section, but I am going to blur, or I did blur the line with color, the old highlight line, to kind of help give it more of a shadowy look. And then this next section here, you see how I stuck the foil in there. I folded it backwards, I stuck the foil in, and then I added my highlight. You will get a better view. On the ends, I'm only putting Olaplex number 2. I'm not putting any more lightener because she does not need to go any blonder, and it looks good there, so I want to protect it and give it a little treatment. Now this next section I apply is going to be a Lowlight. I do bring the color all the way through to the ends. It is the same color that I'm using for the root smudge, which is Logix by Matrix. It is 6N with a splash of 6G and 10 volume. The reason I chose my formula is I wanted to keep her at a neutral tone, but by adding the G, it acts as a filler, so her hair doesn't come out too ashy. Since her hair is fine in texture and very light blonde, the hair will grab the ashy tones a little stronger than the neutral. So by adding that gold in there, it'll help balance that out to a perfect balanced neutral brown. So on to the foiling pattern. If you've been watching, you've noticed how I've been doing the pattern. Basically, right here I'm blending in the old highlight with that 6N 6G, just an inch or so past the old highlight line. I want to keep the ends blonder. This next one up here will be a highlight. I'm not trying to make it too chunky. This is not where the blonde is not what I'm trying to make chunky or piecey or anything. I'm just doing a regular medium weave highlight. Then this next one down here, I'm taking the PC, I take that same section and I just weave out even the section that was weaved out from the highlight. Some of that is weaved in with the Lowlight. That's what gives you your dimension, is the contrast of blonde on brown or light on dark, whatever colors that you would choose. Then I pull that one all the way through to the end. So this next one is going to be a blonde highlight. In between every single brown, whether I bring it through to the end or just smudge the old highlight line, will be a highlight. This way it is going to stay blonder, on the blonder side. So right here, just blending in the old highlight. And I put something right there because I want to bring it up a little higher. As I get towards the back, I'm going to bring some, well, if I was foiling the other way, I would say down further. But since I'm going upwards, I'm going to say up further. But also, if you watched my most recent video before this, not the quick tip I have, but the one with me coloring my cousin's hair, I do kind of try to show you foiling upwards. If you just, by foiling it up, laying it in place where it's going to be, and then if you have to fold it down, you just fold it down once, leave it there, and then you get your next section. Now here you'll see as I get towards the back, because the hair is shorter and I don't want so much like bulk right there, I'm not going to fold the foils. I'm just going to lay the foil over top of the foil and just keep on going. In real time, I could show you this in real time, but it'd still be a longer video, and I'm trying to show you guys this, but if you can, just it's gonna feel awkward at first if you try to foil backwards like this, but I assure you you'll end up loving it and it'll come really easy to you. Just get that next section, blend that up with and if you need to, you can use clips if you don't want to. If you're not doing a color in between, that's fine too. You can still do this. Right now the color in between is helping hold that foil up. You can use a clip, or you can use a conditioner, or you can use a treatment of your choice, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Now if somebody has even just the littlest of regrowth, this is an easy way to do it too. Now when the hair lays back down, it's like that line of demarcation from the highlight is already blurred. So if you don't have time or want to, or somebody doesn't want to have the root smudge, this is another technique that you could use by foiling backwards like this. So when the hair lays back down, it basically just blurs that line, the line of the highlight. You won't see it as harsh as if you just lay the foil down. If you have a hard time, if you're newer at foiling, this is a good way to do it too. But you would be amazed how fast you can get through a highlight by doing this. Now, this is not to say that every single highlight you do can be done with this technique or this way of foiling, but most can, especially retouches. Just try it and let me know below if you have tried this before, or if you are going to. And when you do, I'd love to hear back from you guys. And if you have any other fast foiling techniques, please post in the comments below so other people can read them and learn also. Now just know that by the time I get done with the back, I am going to be refreshing both my colors, my Lowlight and my highlight. You want to keep them fresh, they will look better. Now I'm just going to let you watch me do the rest of the pattern, and I'll pop back on once I get to the sink. I have here on regular speed showing you how I'm flipping up the foil backwards, but I'm still tipping my brush vertically to get the corner of it up to the root there. And here's a little snapshot of how close I can get while using a thicker weave pattern. It does not bleed onto the section. I keep my consistency of my lightener to where I need it, depending on what I do. Now here's another tip. See if I want to flip it up, but that foil's in the way, just take your comb, hold that down as if you're laying a foil in. It makes it nice and snug, and then flip the hair up. besides the fact of it being easier to foil this way, when the foils are not folded up too tight into too tight of pockets, it's easier and faster to pull out. Now I rinse her hair really well and then use a purple shampoo, specifically the REDKEN Blondage is what I have in my back bar right now, and I'm really liking it. And actually that's not even a purple shampoo, that's a blue shampoo. The new gradient is their purple shampoo. Just wanted to correct that. Now going in and doing a little bit of a root smudge. I am using 8N and 7P in the shades Gloss by Redken, like usual. I don't know why I even have to explain that anymore. However, normally I know I'm using like a level 7 with a 7P because she's a level 7. I usually use whatever their natural color is in the that same level as a root smudge. However, we're not really trying to give her a shadow, quote unquote, root. I just want to blur any lines or, you know, the streakiness of the dimension from the highlight and her natural color meeting. I know that contradicts what I said I'm doing with the color, but you know what I'm talking about. I want the dimension in her hair, but I don't want it to look like she has spaghetti noodles coming from her scalp. This is going to just soften that a little bit while keeping it brighter. I hope you all know what I'm saying. I do. That sat for about 7 minutes and I rinsed it out, shampoo, conditioning. I actually did also do a Redken shot in her hair of the Extreme for protein and some moisture. I did the Color Extend for moisture. I went through and trimmed her. Now I want to show you guys, because she has naturally curly hair, how I blew dry her and gave her a blowout. I first used the Redken Velvet Gelatin in her hair as a base, and then I did the Redken Guts at her root for some extra volume. Now you'll see that I just pre-sectioned everything off. That way I don't have to drop the hair down and section out again. I just go ahead, do all my sections. She has finer hair. And just using a round brush and pulling it taut and blow drying it. It's pretty simple, but I just wanted to show how pre-sectioning everything. And when I'm on to the next section, I just take the clip out and go ahead. And now around the face, I'm pulling it taut on the face. Sorry, my dog is having a, I don't know, Tourette's barking over here or something. Anyways, and just smooth it out. And I want to show you the hair straight, and I do go ahead and curl it because I do like that look also, and she never does it on herself, so I just automatically style her hair for her. She's normally probably just going to be wearing it her natural curl. And this way, with this technique and the dimension in her hair, she'll still see that contrast while it's naturally curly, instead of it all blending in like happens sometimes. If you have naturally curly hair, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And in the bang area, the front area, I like to pull it forward and taunt, especially if somebody has a lot of colics in that area or curly hair like this. It makes it a lot easier to form how you want. Here's the end result with the dimension in there. I love how it's still a bright blonde, yet she has some brown just dimension in there. It's exactly what she wanted. She has really finer, thin hair, so sometimes it is hard to get that look without it all blending together. And we achieved that this day, and we are very happy. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new today, and if you would like to see more of my videos, just hit that subscribe button, and the bell below will also notify you when I put more out. So thanks for stopping in. I hope to be back again for you soon.